I resigned yesterday. There was no formal notice, no transition plan, and no exit interview. I simply set down a cake knife, grabbed my coat, and walked out of my daughter's front door. Let me share my story of how I got here. Share in the comments if you've been abused, and a doormat like this too. My employer was my daughter, Mandy, and for the last 7 years, I believed my salary was paid in love and belonging. Yesterday, I realized that in my family's economy, my years of devotion were worth less than a high-end gaming console. My name is Maria. I am 66, a retired teacher living on a fixed income in Seattle. To the world, I'm a retiree. To my family, I'm a 24/7 cook, maid, driver, and crisis manager for my grandsons, Matthew, 10, and Simon. I am the village. But in modern times, that village is often just one exhausted woman powered by sheer willpower and aspirin. Mandy and her husband, Brian, are busy professionals chasing the dream. When Matthew was born, they pleaded for help. "We can't trust a stranger, Mom," Mandy had whispered. "You're the only one we want." So I stepped up. I became the backbone, so they wouldn't break. The routine versus the glamour. My life starts at 5:30 a.m. I drive to their house, fix the specific breakfast Simon requires, manage the morning chaos, and handle the school run. While they are at work, I tackle the laundry, the dishes, and the errands. I am the enforcer of eat your greens and finish your math. I am the grandma of structure. Then there is Beverly, Brian's mother. Beverly lives in a luxury condo in Arizona. She is the glamour. She visits twice a year with a fresh manicure and zero knowledge of the boys' daily struggles. She has never scrubbed a floor or handled a midnight fever. She is the grandma of, yes, the birthday incident. Yesterday was Matthew's 10th birthday. I had spent 4 months knitting him a heavy, intricate wool throw because he struggles with anxiety at night. I chose his favorite deep blues and greens, praying it would bring him comfort. I also baked a 3-tier vanilla bean cake from scratch. No box mixes, just hours of labor. I arrived at 7 a.m. to clean the house for the party. At 4 p.m., Beverly swept in, smelling of expensive boutiques. The boys practically tackled her. She didn't bring a homemade gift. She brought a bag from a tech store. "I didn't know what you kids liked," she chirped, "so I just got the newest Pro tablets. Unlimited everything. No restrictions today. It's Gigi's rules." The boys erupted. They were mesmerized, instantly lost to the blue light. Mandy and Brian were thrilled. "Oh, Beverly, you're so generous. You really spoil them," Brian said, pouring her a glass of the wine I had stocked in their fridge. "That's a grandma's job," Beverly laughed. "To show up, have fun, and leave the hard parts to everyone else." I stood there, holding my knitted blanket, feeling like a ghost. I tried to offer it to Matthew, but he didn't even look up from the screen. "Not now, Grandma. This is way cooler than a blanket. Why do you always bring boring stuff like clothes?" The room went quiet. I looked at Mandy, waiting for her to defend me, to remind Matthew that I was the one who raised him. Instead, she laughed nervously. "Oh, Mom, don't be sensitive. He's 10. Beverly is the fun grandma. You're the everyday grandma. It's just a different role. Don't make this a thing." The breaking point. The everyday grandma. Like an old pair of shoes. Functional, necessary, and completely unnoticed until they're gone. Something inside me snapped. A quiet, clean break. I looked into my hands, cracked from their dishwater. I looked at my daughter, enjoying her wine because she knew I'd be the one cleaning up the wrapping paper and the cake crumbs. I folded the blanket neatly and placed it on the counter. "Mandy," I said, my voice eerily steady. "Yeah, Mom, can you start cutting the cake? Matthew's hungry." "No." She looked confused. "What?" I said no. I'm not cutting the cake. In fact, I'm done. I took off my apron and laid it over the chair. I am done being the invisible infrastructure of your lives, while someone else gets the credit for the fun. If I'm just the everyday grandma, then today the everyday is closed. Beverly scoffed. "Maria, don't be so dramatic. Is it the heat, or just a little retiree grumpiness?" I turned to her. "Beverly, since you're the fun grandma, I'm sure you'll have no problem managing the massive sugar crash coming in an hour. And since you're family, you can handle the 3 loads of laundry upstairs." I have a shoulder issue," Beverly stammered. "And I have a dignity issue," I replied. "I think the laundry will help you relate to the everyday experience, the sabbatical." I walked out. Mandy followed me to the car, frantic. "Who is going to take them to school tomorrow? I have a meeting. You can't just leave us." "I don't know," I said, starting the engine. "Maybe the fun grandma can do it. Or maybe you can hire the help you've been getting for free for 7 years." My phone has been ringing incessantly. Texts range from, "You're being selfish," to, "Please come back, we're drowning." I haven't replied. This morning, I woke up at 8:30 a.m. I drank my tea on the porch. For the first time in years, I didn't have a schedule dictated by someone else's children. I realized that we have confused family with free labor. We think love means being consumed until we are nothing but a memory. I love my grandsons. I would die for them, but I will no longer be an appliance in their home. If they want the routine grandma, they will have to learn to respect the woman behind the routine. Until then, I think I'll go see what all this bowls fuss is about. I hear that's what the fun ones do.